Hey friends, it's me, and I'm here with a unboxing of sorts. This comes from a request by one of my subscribers, Stephen Lohnes, spelled L-O-H-N-E-S. And Stephen wrote to me saying, would I consider trying out some Chinese effects pedals? And so that's what we've got coming right up. Yeah, so I decided to do this especially for Stephen and for a few other people that have asked me to do it over the recent weeks and months. And so I have got quite an interesting little unboxing to do today. However, before we get there, I just want to reiterate the current vote because we have got one of the new potential channel names drawing quite clear of the others. And so I've decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it one more week from tomorrow. So the option to vote will close a week on Friday, so from the 1st, so the 8th of June. And then I will organise a live show very soon after that to let you know what has won. So if you haven't voted yet, please go over to ChinaGuitarSceptic.com and give me your vote for what you think this channel should be called. Okay, I know what you're all waiting for. Let's get on with it. Let's find out what it is that I've bought. So it does come from China, although I didn't buy it through one of the Chinese websites. I bought this via eBay, and it took 10 days to get here from China. And I'm very interested to see what this sounds like because it's been reviewed before online, but it is most certainly made in China, as it says here, and it is the Sonic Bar Combined Stage Effect. It's the Rockstage, and we'll open it up and find out what we've got in here. The Rockstage. It had to be this because I'm such an 80s metal fan, or 80s hair metal fan I should say. Wow, it's tiny. Look at this. Isn't that cute? And so what we've got, it's the Sonicake Rockstage. It's classic 4-in-1, and it says it's the ultimate 80s arena rock toy, if you like. What we've got here is we've got chorus, we've got a rock sort of crunch distortion that they describe as crushing Marshall stack crunch and distortion tone. They have got a delay up to 500 milliseconds and a reverb. Very most importantly, it does have a little switch here which gives it a cab simulation. So other than being tiny, my first initial thoughts are it's really quite robust. This has got an aluminium alloy case on it, so it's quite heavy duty, and I'm pretty sure this could go in a gig bag or even probably the size of it into the front pocket of a guitar case, a soft case. It's got a somewhat raised Sonicake logo on the front there, and that's quite nice. It's got a brushed effect on that. There's the input there, input jack, that's nice and solid, an output jack on the other end, and that's it. Simple as that. And there's the 9-volt DC. It's 9-volt DC input, and I believe that this was sold with the UK adapter. So there we have that, and a little, yeah, just a little, it says Sonicake, taste it, like it. I've never normally had my guitar run through cake before. So it just gives you a quick outline to what the controls are, although they do say on here, with the chorus, you've got speed and depth of chorus. I quite like these little buttons and think they would be fairly okay to find at a dark gig. They give a little bit of resistance, so they will stay put, and even with you, they've got this sort of rubber surround on them, so I'm guessing that if you tread on them, on the button, and you accidentally tread on the knobs, which are a lot lower, so it would be very difficult to tread on those, then I don't think they'd move around too much, unlike the soundproofing falling off the wall in the studio. Yeah, they're really quite easy to twiddle around, and so adjustment-wise, they'd be pretty easy to do. I'm going to do a demo video of this for you on the next video, and I will come back and give you an example of each of the individual effects, each of the 4 effects, and also the combination of them. And what I'm really interested in, because I have heard these before, is this cabinet simulator. Because what I've heard online leads me to believe that this cabinet simulator is really rather good. And if that is the case, you could potentially, especially if you're just into good old-fashioned rock and roll like me, you could potentially gig with just this and perhaps a wah pedal or a boost pedal, a volume pedal. So I'm really interested to see what the Chinese make of these things. You'll all want to know, I mean, I've said it's from eBay and that it took 10 days to get here, but the cost of 4 combined pedals, £62.99, so just shy of 63 UK pounds, which I think for 4 pedals at around £15 UK pounds per pedal, this represents really incredible Chinese value. Let's see in the next video though if it really does represent value, or whether or not the Chinese have cut corners on this, or if it sounds good, or if it sounds pretty dire. I'm dying to find out, and I bet you are as well. Before we do that, and before we go today, I've got today's extras. Today's extras are something slightly different in that I usually find an item of news, an article that I'm reading or I'm interested in, and share that with you and the story behind it. However, today I want to do something very slightly different. I want to share another YouTube video with you from a guy called Keith Decent. And 3 days ago he uploaded a video making a guitar out of reclaimed plywood. And I just thought the whole thing was really, really fascinating. I love the idea that he made absolutely everything himself other than the fret wire and the tuning pegs. And I think if you haven't seen it, it's well worth a watch. And I think this would be a really, really exciting little project. So leave me a comment down below if you have ever made something like this guitar, or if you've seen other videos of guitars like this, because I think it's a great little fun thing to do. And although he didn't put a truss rod in it and the self-built pickup didn't line up with the strings, and the floating bridge was not, when I say floating I mean it's not a fixed bridge, it was a movable bridge, it isn't going to be possible to intonate in any way, shape or form. I still think the whole concept and idea of making it from, particularly in this case, from scrap wood and bits of old reclaimed plywood is such a lovely, lovely idea. And with perhaps a touch more finesse and some nice finishing, there is absolutely no reason why you couldn't make a really quite nice guitar out of reclaimed plywood. And what a way to be positive towards the environment as well, and recycling. So hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you go and watch his video as well, because I thoroughly enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments, folks, as always. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the extras today. The other thing that I'm going to do on the live video when we announce the new, if new, name for this channel is I'm going to give you the results of all the other surveys. I think I've said that in a previous video, but just in case I didn't, there it is. Okay, so quite a nice little pedal, four pedals in one from China, as requested by my friend Stephen Loans. And I hope that you've enjoyed this unboxing, and I will look forward to demonstrating this for you very, very soon. I'm going to be back hopefully next week with another video demonstrating this. In the meantime, folks, you take good care.